Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Dallas Cowboys 2025 Draft Scouting Report, RB Amari in Hampton. We continue our 2025 NFL Draft preview of draft prospects that could interest the Dallas Cowboys. Today we are looking at running back Amari in Hampton from North Carolina. Amari in Hampton was born on March 16, 2003, in Forest City, North Carolina. He was a three-sport athlete in high school: football, basketball, and track, and he comes from a family with athletic ties. His brother Jamal played cornerback at Chowan University, and his cousin Giorgio Lawrence was a wide receiver at North Carolina A&T. He moved to Clayton, North Carolina, during middle school, and his football journey began at Cleveland High School, where he played from 2018 to 2021 and established himself as a standout talent. As a sophomore in 2019, Hampton rushed for 2,402 yards and 35 touchdowns, marking him as one of the top high school running backs in the country. Despite an injury-shortened junior year in 2021, he rebounded as a senior, rushing for 1,949 yards and 39 touchdowns, averaging 12.1 yards per carry. His senior performance earned him accolades as North Carolina's Player of the Year. A four-star recruit, Hampton chose to stay in his home state, committing to the University of North Carolina over offers from powerhouse programs like Ohio State, Michigan, and Penn State. Hampton quickly made an impact as a true freshman in 2022. In his collegiate debut against Florida A&M, he rushed for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns, becoming the first Tar Heel freshman since 1946 to rush for over 100 yards in a single game. He finished his freshman season with 401 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns across 13 games. His sophomore year in 2023 saw him take on a full-time starting role, rushing for 1,504 yards and 15 touchdowns on 253 carries, earning first-team All-ACC honors, a Doak Walker Award finalist nod, and first-team All-America nomination. In 2024, as a junior, Hampton continued his dominance, amassing 1,660 rushing yards and 15 touchdowns, finishing 6th nationally in rushing yards per game and recording 6 straight 100-yard games, a feat not achieved by a Tar Heel since 1970. Over 3 seasons, he accumulated 3,565 career rushing yards, placing him 4th all-time at UNC, and 36 total touchdowns. Cowboys get equal draft value from Amari versus Ashton? Throughout the offseason, there has been buzz connecting Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty to the Dallas Cowboys. A Texas kid who grew up a Cowboys fan and used to practice at the facility, along with the Cowboys wanting to upgrade the position with a long-term solution, the fit appears seamless. ESPN, however, has different ideas. Namely, Mel Kiper Jr., who has Jeanty being selected before the Cowboys' number 12 pick. Fear not, fans, he suggests, the secondary option is potentially just as good. I've talked to people in the NFL who have Jeanty and Hampton neck and neck for RB1, and there are even some who prefer Hampton. And I look at Dallas' decision to hire Brian Schottenheimer as coach and can't help but think about his father, Marty, and all those run-heavy offenses he had over 21 seasons in the same job for 4 different teams. One would think some of that will rub off on the Cowboys' new coach, even with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb in the offense. Kiper wrote. But to jumpstart the run game, the Cowboys actually need a legit running back. Rico Dowdle was decent, 1,079 yards, but he's a free agent and Dallas will likely want to upgrade. Plus, this team has been known to use early picks at the position in the past, including drafting Ezekiel Elliott at number 4 in 2016. Hampton is a home run hitter who had 1,660 yards and 15 rushing TDs in 2024. Hampton has spent the last 3 seasons at the University of North Carolina. Hampton has led the ACC in rushing attempts and yards each of the last 2 seasons, tallying 15 touchdowns on the ground in both campaigns. Hampton averaged 5.9 yards per carry in each of the last 2 seasons. Hampton led the conference in rushing and scrimmage touchdowns in 2023. He improved on the scrimmage mark in 2024, reaching 17, which fell third in the conference. Hampton is a hard-charging, downfield back. He's got great vision with the ball in his hands and does a phenomenal job of finding the gaps. He'll need to improve his pass-blocking technique and hand placements at the next level, and has shown issues making short cuts, but he is a bona fide NFL back who should have no problem bouncing off tacklers and gaining additional yards. The Dallas Cowboys have caught some heat in recent years with their penny-pinching approach to the NFL offseason. Entering 2025, many have been urging the team to take a more aggressive approach, especially to free agency, including star edge rusher Micah Parsons. With the start of the new league year right around the corner and NFL draft season kicking off this week with the NFL Scouting Combine, Cowboys COO Stephen Jones discussed the team's strategy and approach to free agency. Jones spoke to David Moore of the Dallas Morning News when he revealed some key details that should excite Cowboys Nation. Stephen Jones said there is probably a good chance that the team will spend more money in the first phase of free agency than a year ago. "I think there's probably a good chance of that," Jones said. "Between what we lost last year and what we have free this year, I think that's part of it. Every year is its own year. That is already a step in the right direction, and it gets better." Dallas Cowboys formally met Georgia star edge rusher at NFL Combine. With the NFL Scouting Combine in full swing, it is time for the Dallas Cowboys to start meeting and interviewing some of the top prospects in the 2025 NFL Draft class. On Wednesday, one projected first-round pick revealed he has formally met with Dallas. Georgia Bulldogs star edge rusher Michael Williams was speaking at the podium when he was asked whether he spoke to Dallas and Indy. "I did," Williams said with a huge smile. "I loved that meeting." The Cowboys will get to see Williams on the field Thursday morning when the defensive linemen and linebackers participate in on-field workouts at Lucas Oil Stadium. Williams came into Indianapolis as a projected mid to late first-round pick. He entered the 2024 college football season as a projected top 5 pick, but was slowed by injuries throughout the season. ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. says Williams is the player with the most to prove in Indianapolis. "There might not be a player with more to prove this week at the Combine than Williams," Kiper wrote. "He was considered a candidate to go in the top 5 and even potentially number 1 when we first started building draft boards for this class back in August. But an ankle injury slowed him in 2024, resulting in just 5 sacks over 12 games. The traits are there, though. With a good week in Indy, the Bengals probably won't be high enough on the board to get him. Turn on the tape, and you see outstanding speed to power. It will be interesting to see how Williams performs during on-field drills, but we know the Cowboys will be watching." And you, fan? What do you think of Michael Williams' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.